So it's Friday afternoon in Vilnius, Lithuania. It's the first time I've ever been to Lithuania or Vilnius, and I'm with a well-known astrophysicist, Gražina. Gražina, can you pronounce your last name for me?
Tautvaišienė.
Who has just been elected as a vice president of the International Astronomical Union at the General Assembly in Cape Town, South Africa. She's just come back from that. It's mid-September here, kind of a cloudy, often a little bit of rain, but right now we have sunshine at the end of the day. And Gražina has a very interesting personal story, which makes it even more compelling, because you grew up during the former Soviet Empire, correct?
Yes.
And your interest in astronomy came later in life, no?
I became interested in astronomy at my secondary school, so I think it is not late in my life.
Well, I don't mean late life, but I mean later in your adolescence. And you actually kind of helped forge a whole new generation of Lithuanian astronomers who have become known in the scientific community, correct?
Of course, I started quite a new field of research, stellar spectroscopy in Lithuania, and all my team now, we have about 12 people. I had to educate them as PhD students, and now we are working very successfully, and I'm very happy to be with them.
But yours is an amazing story because you come from the former Soviet Republic of Lithuania, which has now gained its independence, become part of the EU, and now part of NATO. And we're standing in front of a building that's only 6 years old as part of Vilnius University. You've had great success in cooperation with the rest of the EU, I think. And your specialty is the chemical enrichment of the Milky Way. And more interestingly, in my view, is how your studies of the chemical ratios in stars can help us predict what type planets might form around those stars. So can you tell us about how your journey started? You had a cooperation initially with the Nordic telescope in Sweden, and now you're doing your own visual and optical observations from the nearby Molotai observatory, 1.65 meter telescope outside of Vilnius, correct?
Yes. So actually, I was quite successful in my life. When I was a PhD student, I was observing with a 6-meter telescope in Caucasus, which was the largest in the world at that time. When Lithuania became independent and we already were not accepted as a 6-meter telescope, I started to observe with the Nordic optical telescope, and I think that international collaboration is very important, and for 10 years now our group belonged to the Gaia ISO spectroscopic survey, which joined 300 European astronomers, so we had access to the 8-meter telescope of the European Southern Observatory, and also we have a possibility, as you told, to observe with our telescope here in Lithuania, and to contribute to investigations of the galactic chemical evolution, to the internal chemical evolution in stars. And nowadays there is a very interesting research field to observe planet hosting stars, so we are contributing in this research as well.
And so what you're saying is that if you can understand the stellar compositions and the stellar chemical ratios, you can make predictions about what types of planets form around what types of stars. Is that correct?
Yes, if we will know nothing about a star, we will know nothing about a planet near it. It is very important to know the detailed chemical composition and the atmospheric parameters, age of a planet hosting star, and this is the only way to proceed in this field of research.
And it's amazing to me because you told me that on the Malatai Observatory, which we hope to visit together next week, I believe, 1.65 meter telescope, that you have observed, that this one telescope has observed 1,500 stars and taken spectra of each individual star in a half-hour period in a climate where you only have less than 30% clear nights. Is that right?
Yes, we are observing every clear night, and this is our own telescope. We have quite a lot of observing time, and I think that such small or medium-sized telescopes can be very useful in providing data for bright stars. And nowadays it is fortunate that space missions are looking for planets near bright stars, so we can contribute essentially.
And a bright star you classify as any star of 8 magnitude or greater, or actually or more or brighter. That's what I'm trying to say. 8th magnitude or brighter. And a naked eye star goes down to, what is it, 5 magnitude? So you're just beyond, a great deal beyond.
Yes, of course, a great deal, because magnitudes are logarithmically.
Logarithmic, yeah.
Logarithmic, so quite faint stars are observed.
So thank you so much, Gražina, for the time here today. It's been very interesting, and we wish you and your colleagues the best of luck. It's amazing the journey that you've taken from being in the circumstances that Lithuania was in before the fall of the Soviet Union, and now in an independent state, free society. This is what science can do.
Thank you very much for coming and noticing our contribution to science.
Thank you.